The last 10 years, um, I think it's changed quite a bit, probably because of online dating. Um, there's definitely a lot more online dating than there ever used to be. Um, I think 10 years ago it was probably picking up popularity, so it's probably not as different in the last 10 years as from the last 20 years maybe. Um, there was a time when, dating online used to be for people who were truly desperate, and now it's for everybody, it seems. It used to be that you would meet people just by chance. You would meet them if you were out with friends, or whatever kind of coincidental way that people used to meet. And I think that there was more of a distance between people where they could privately evaluate one another, whereas with online dating, as soon as you meet someone face to face, each person is evaluating the other really critically, I would say. So there's a lot more pressure to it. If you meet somebody the old-fashioned way, then you can make a decision whether or not you want to move forward on it without them ever having to know that you're interested at all. Well, I think it's made people a lot more critical. I always think of, Seinfeld. I don't know if you ever watched Seinfeld, but on that show, people would get, they would get rejected for the tiniest little thing, like they stood too closely to somebody, or they made too much eye contact. And I just think that's, it's made people reject people for a lot less, because you're not really seeing them in person. If you only see them online in a series of pictures to begin with, you don't really get a feel for them. You're basically just looking at their resume without knowing them in any kind of a deep way, or having a sense of them like you would if you were in person. Yeah, I think it just sort of fits into how social media influences people, is that when you are presenting yourself on the internet, you can tailor what you want people to see. You can present an edited version of yourself that, might be much more spectacular than the real version. And so, as a consequence, when people don't have the opportunity to edit themselves for content, they feel a lot less secure about who they are. And so I see a lot more social anxiety that seems to be based on that, on this feeling that they can't be themselves around people, that they won't be accepted. And I think that social media plays a big part of that, but online dating certainly does ramp it up quite a bit. Yeah, I guess for that very reason, is that when people don't feel like they can be authentic, when they feel like they always have to be edited for content, or they have to only show the highlights. Intimacy is about being vulnerable. It's about showing people the side of yourself that you're not quite sure about, or that you feel like might not be perfect. And if there's a lot of anxiety around revealing those details, then that's definitely going to put a barrier up for intimacy. Well, I think it gives people the opportunity to meet a lot more people who are interested in dating. It's, the old-fashioned way of dating, it can sometimes take a really long time to meet the right person. But if you have a dating pool of, hundreds or possibly thousands of people who are also looking for, whatever kind of relationship you're looking for, then it increases your odds of meeting the right person. Maybe of ending up with somebody that is a better fit for you than maybe somebody that you just settled for because they were in front of you.